everyone, welcome back to my channel, IELTS Band 8 and Band 9. IELTS Band 9 is helping the students to improve their marks in 2 weeks by 2 bands higher. Let's begin. Today's lesson is about how to fix your sentences if you have fragments or if you have incorrect ideas in your sentences. I'm going to share my screen with you and you'll see how to fix the fragments or incomplete sentences. In IELTS, to achieve band 9, you need to have complexity of the structure. That means you need to have variety of sentences, from simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, and complex compound sentences. Those 4 different types of sentences in English. How to avoid fragments will improve your band marks. Students in band 4, they have many sentences that are simple, but they're broken, meaning that the sentences are incomplete ideas. They're not complete sentences and they're incorrect in IELTS. I'm going to share my screen with you right now so you'll see how exactly it works. In here, how to fix the fragments. Fragments are considered as pieces of sentences, pieces of ideas, but incomplete and incorrect in IELTS. Many fragments in their sentences in writing and speaking, they get band 4 in IELTS, which is very low band. To improve your sentences in your speaking and in your writing, you need to avoid having fragments. How to fix fragments. There are different steps to it and there are different ways of correcting your sentences. So a fragment is a part of a sentence, basically, and that is missing either subject or the verb in your sentences. It doesn't express complete thoughts. Basically, is the way that we speak is not the way that we write. In IELTS, we should speak in complete sentences and we should write in complete sentences. There are some ways to correct your sentences, and there are some ways to understand what exactly the fragment is in your speaking and in your writing. For example, if I say ran to the store faster than a rabbit, this is a fragment basically in IELTS speaking and IELTS writing. This is missing a subject. Maybe it is correct in informal English, but it is not correct in IELTS. In IELTS speaking and IELTS writing, you must have complete sentences. More than welcome to save this page and review, and please share this page with other friends of yours that are taking the IELTS test, because they can definitely benefit. It is another example. If the verb is missing, it is also a fragment. For example, if I say my favorite history teacher, that is a fragment because the verb is missing. If I say it's an incomplete phrase or a piece of sentence, for example, if I say left for better or worse, in conversation, in casual conversation or colloquial conversation, that is okay, but in IELTS writing and IELTS speaking, that is not absolutely okay. So this is a piece of sentence. And if I say, for example, a clause, if I say, when my mother married my father, this is a piece of a sentence as a clause. We call it abandoned clause. What happened when my mother married to my father, for example. And also, if it is a misuse idea of writing or speaking, for example, if I say, my brother was practicing martial art, what about it? So your sentence is incomplete, is a fragment, therefore you need to correct it. There are different ways to correct your fragments. There are 3 different ways to correct your fragments. I'll teach you how to do that in a few minutes. The first way to correct it is attach the fragment to a nearby complete sentence. For example, if I say, I forgot to eat breakfast, period, on the morning of my driver's test, period, I can combine them by using connectors that I taught you in my first session. If you haven't watched the videos, make sure that you watch IELTS Band 9 video that I posted yesterday. It is teaching you how you can add connectors to avoid fragments. I can combine them by saying, I forgot to eat breakfast on the morning of my driver's test. In this case, you didn't need any connector. You can connect these two sentences to make the complete ideas, not to have the fragment. It is incorrect if I say, if the front door is locked, use the back entrance. I can combine them with a comma in between to avoid fragments. The second way of completing and correcting fragment is revising it and editing it. Revise the fragment by adding whatever is missing. If the subject is missing, add a subject. If the verb is missing, add a verb to have the complete idea. Read, edit, and revise. In IELTS test, IELTS is speaking. If you make a mistake, you don't need to say, I'm sorry, when the examiner is sitting in front of you. You can simply correct your sentences. The examiner will bonus mark you for your effort and the correcting your sentences. Don't worry if you make mistakes. We all make mistakes in speaking and writing. Just simply correct your sentence if there is a fragment. If the subject is missing or the verb is missing, I can say loves to lie around in the sun all day. Subject is missing in this case. I would say my roommate's Pug loves to lie around in the sun all day. Also, it is incorrect as another example. If I say Joe to train every day, the verb is missing in this case. I can say Joe trains every day for the marathon next month. There is the third way of correcting your sentence. The correct way, Joe is training, is another correct way. There's another correct way of doing and avoid having fragments. Rewrite the fragment and the entire passage that contains the fragment by reading, editing, and correcting sentences. For example, if I say, excuse me, if I say our new landlord was expected to make changes such as fixing the plumbing, installing a new washer, and replacing the security guard, period, has not done any of this, excuse me, and weeks yet, and weeks have passed. Pardon me. I can say our new landlord was expected to make changes such as fixing the plumbing, installing a new washer, and replacing the security gate lock. Weeks have passed and he still hasn't done any of it yet. Make sure that you review this lesson, share it with your friends if you like, subscribe and like my page, and please comment on it, and check tomorrow's lesson for better and improving your IELTS mark. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.